Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel where we unlock the secrets of the financial world and demystify the strategies employed by the brightest minds in the game. Today, we're embarking on a journey through time to explore the genesis of one of the most iconic investors of our era, Warren Buffett. Yes, we're talking about his very first stock purchase. And no, it wasn't the result of some insider information or daddy's little help. This was a carefully calculated move by an 11-year-old boy who had done his homework and was ready to dive into the market headfirst. We're going back to the year 1942, when the world was engulfed in the throes of World War II. The year was marked by uncertainty, fear, and also opportunity. A young Warren Buffett, at the tender age of 11, was grappling with a problem many of us would envy. He had saved up enough money to buy his first stock. And if that wasn't impressive enough, he did it with his own money earned from various hustles. Can you imagine an 11-year-old having the drive and discipline to save up for stocks? Well, this wasn't your ordinary kid. And Buffett's first investment wasn't just about making money. It was a testament to his inquisitive nature and his insatiable thirst for knowledge. And what did he buy? No flashy tech startups or trendy fashion brands, but a solid, reliable company that was deeply rooted in the essentials, the utility sector. In an era when people were struggling to cope with the hardships of war, one thing remained constant: the need for basic services. And that's exactly what this company provided. The name of the company was City Service Preferred, and it might not ring a bell today, but back then it was a giant in the making. So what was City Service Preferred all about? City Service was a company that specialized in providing essential services, primarily oil and gas. These were commodities that were in high demand, especially during times of crisis. The company had a strong foundation and a loyal customer base, making it an attractive investment opportunity for someone like young Buffett. But here's the catch. When Buffett decided to take the plunge and buy 3 shares of City Service Preferred, the stock was trading at $38.25 per share. This might seem like a small amount today, but back then it was a significant investment for an 11-year-old boy. It was a leap of faith. It was a vote of confidence in the company's future. But what happened next would test Buffett's resolve and his belief in the company. As soon as Buffett made his investment, the stock market took a nosedive. City Service Preferred shares plummeted from $38.25 to $27 per share. That's a drop of more than 30% in value. Imagine the pressure. Young Buffett must have felt like the weight of the world was on his shoulders. Not only had his investment lost value, but he had also put his own money on the line. But instead of panicking and selling, Buffett held on to his shares. He didn't succumb to the fear that was gripping the markets. Instead, he held firm, trusting in his judgment and the strength of the company he had invested in. And guess what? His patience paid off. The stock market eventually recovered, and City Service Preferred shares started to climb once again. They climbed all the way up to $40 per share. Finally, young Buffett could breathe a sigh of relief. He had weathered the storm and come out on top. He had made a small profit of $5 on his initial investment. But that was only the beginning. If Buffett had held on to his shares a little longer, he would have reaped even greater rewards. 'Cause here's the thing, right after he sold his shares, they kept climbing. They climbed all the way up to $200 per share. Talk about a missed opportunity. But here's the silver lining. Buffett had learned a valuable lesson about patience, about the importance of holding on to winning investments, and that lesson would serve him well throughout his life. So what can we learn from this seemingly simple story? Firstly, Buffett's first investment wasn't about making a quick buck. It was about laying the foundation for a lifetime of investing. He understood the basics of investing, and he stuck to what he knew. Secondly, he wasn't afraid to hold on to his investments even when the market took a nosedive. He didn't panic sell, which is a common mistake among new investors. And thirdly, he learned from his mistakes and adjusted his strategy accordingly. Although he missed out on the huge gains that followed, he gained invaluable experience that shaped his future investments. So if you're just starting out on your investment journey, take a page out of Warren Buffett's book. Invest wisely, stay patient, and learn from both your successes and failures. Who knows? you might just be the next investment guru. In conclusion, Warren Buffett's first investment was a defining moment in his life. It wasn't just about buying shares of a company. It was about instilling values that would shape his investment career: patience, resilience, and a commitment to understanding the fundamentals. These are the cornerstones of successful investing, and they're lessons that resonate with investors even today. As we reflect on Buffett's journey, let's remember that it's not just about the destination. It's about the values we embrace along the way. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of one of the greatest investors of our time. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, happy investing. Remember, the best time to plant was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now.